everyone, thank you very much for tuning into this tutorial. Today we're going to be making a really special bunting, specifically to show gratitude to our NHS workers that are working really hard right now. I thought it'd be a great idea if we popped these up in our windows, outside our house, any other places that it's safe to do so. So I don't normally come on and do an introduction like this, but I thought today I would. I don't want to go on too long. So the bunting itself is in the NHS colours and love hearts as well. So a really cute project. I'm going to link into this tutorial how to do bunting. It's super easy. So throughout this tutorial, it's actually the love hearts, the N, the H and the S that I'm going to be showing you how to crochet. So as ever, I'd really love to see your work. Firstly, if you've got any questions, pop them down in the comments box. I will get back to you. My Facebook page and Instagram pages are also called Get Hooked with Sherrie, and it really does make me happy to see all the work that you do. So please share, that'd be great. If you have subscribed to my channel, then thank you so much. It means the world to me. If you've not subscribed, you can do by clicking subscribe down below and ticking the notifications bell. That way you'll be notified each time I upload a tutorial. So like I say, I don't want to keep you too long, so let's get straight in. So for the tutorial, you will need your yarn. I'm just using an acrylic DK. Your crochet hook. For the tutorial, I'm using a 4mm and a pair of embroidery scissors. So just to let you know, well, firstly, as I've said, I will put a link in this tutorial for the bunting, but for the bunting and also for the love hearts and the lettering, I used 2 strands of the acrylic DK and I used a 5.5mm crochet hook because I wanted the bunting to be quite large. It was an easy way to make it a lot bigger. But for the tutorial, I'm going to just use 1 strand and a 4mm just because it's easier for you guys to see at home. Just a note on the bunting, I actually chained 30 plus 1, so that's the size for those. Okay, so let's get started. So to start, we're going to make a slip knot. And then we are going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slip stitch to the very first chain that we did. And we're going to be working into the center. Just move that yarn, working into the center of the loop that we've created. So we want to chain 4 to start. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then we're going to be working treble crochets. So that's treble crochet in the UK, it's a double crochet in the US. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn to pull up a loop, so you've got 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's our first treble. We want to do another 3. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we've just done 4 trebles, Now we're going to do 2 double trebles. So it's double treble in the UK or a treble in the US. So to do that, we yarn over twice, insert our hook and pull up a loop. So we've got 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through another 2 loops. So we need to do another one. Oop, not yarned over twice there. 1, 2. Okay, so now we want to chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then we want to slip stitch back into the center of our loop. And we're now going to work like a mirror image back into the other side. So we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then next we want to do 2 double trebles, so yarn over twice, and you 4 loops on the hook, and you're just yarning over and pulling through 2 until you're left with 1. Next we want to do 4 treble crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then just to complete this round, I've just pulled on the centre there as well, pulling on the tail, but just to complete this round we need to slip stitch into the top of the 4th chain that we made. Which can always be a bit tricky. So for the second round, which is also our final round, we firstly need to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the same stitch, so directly under there, we want to put a treble crochet. Then into the next 3 stitches along, we want to do 2 trebles into each stitch. So the next stitch is this one here. It's actually that one there. So we'll put 2 trebles in there. 1 and 2. Then 2 trebles into the next stitch. 1 and 2, 2 into the next, then into the next stitch we want to put 1 treble and 1 double treble. Then into the next stitch we want to put 2 double trebles, one and two, then into the next stitch along, which is the last stitch here, we want to put 3 double trebles, that's 1 and 2 and 3. Now into the top of the chain 4 from the previous round, we want to put 1 more double treble in there. Then we want to chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this time we want to slip stitch right back into the center here. So pop your hook in and slip stitch. Now you want to, it's a bit fiddly this bit, you want to keep it close, but you want to chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then we're now going to work back in the opposite direction. So 1 double treble into the top of the chain 4 from the previous round, then the top of the next stitch we will need to put 3 double trebles, so 1, 2 and 3. Then in the next stitch we want to put 2 double trebles, one and 2. Yep. Then in the next stitch we want to put 1 double treble, and then 1 treble. And then in the last 3 stitches we want to put 2 treble crochets. So if you'd like to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you then. All you need to do is slip stitch to the top of the chain 4 from the beginning of the round. Pull up your yarn and tie off, and there you have it, your sweet little love heart. So if you're doing the banner the same as the one I've done, you just need to make another one of those. So next we'll go on to the letter N. So for the letter N, I've just changed to orange yarn, and that's just for the benefit of the tutorial really. I'm just conscious you can't see with the white yarn quite as well. So to start with, you want to chain 44. So if you go ahead and chain 44 and then pause the video and I'll meet you for the next step. Okay, so once you've chained 44, we're going to put a treble crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So we don't include the chain on the hook, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So So we're going to put a treble crochet in there. And then what we need to do is 10 more treble crochets in the next 10 chain spaces. So if you go ahead and put 1 treble crochet into each of the next 10 chain spaces. So I've now got 12 treble crochets. So next we're going to treble crochet 5 together. So I'll talk you through that. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch along, grab the yarn to pull up a loop. So you've got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2, but stop there. Then we want to yarn over, insert our hook into the next stitch along, grab the yarn and pull it through, yarn over and pull through 2, but then stop there. Yarn over and go into the next stitch along, grab the yarn and pull it through, yarn over and pull through 2, but stop there. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, but stop there. Then this last next stitch, so yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch along, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through all 6 loops left on this hook. So we've treble crocheted 5 together. Now what we want to do in the next 12 stitches along, we want to put 1 treble crochet, so just be careful you don't go back into there. So it's the next available stitch along, so it's that one, a treble there. So trebles into the next 12 stitches along. So we've just done another 12 after our 5 together. So next, in this next stitch along, we want to put 5 treble crochets into that 1 stitch. So 1, back into the same stitch for 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. This leaves us with 12 stitches. So what we want to do now is put 1 treble crochet into each of the 12 stitches. So make sure you get that first available stitch there. So if you'd like to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back at the end. I've now got to the end, so I'm just going to pull up a loop and snip it off, and then we just straighten it out. It might be a bit curly. But there you have it, your letter N. I'm not going to block it because it's going to go straight onto the banner. But that's your letter N. So next we'll move on to the letter H. Next we're going to do the letter H. So first of all, if we make a slip knot, and we need to chain 17. So if you'd like to chain 17, pause the video and we'll move to the next step. So what we want to do now is put a treble crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook, and then we want to do a treble crochet into each of the stitches all along back to the end. So if you'd like to do that, pause the video and we'll move to the next step. We've just treble crocheted all along. Now we want to chain 1 and turn our work, and what we want to do next is pop a slip stitch into the very first stitch here, and then we want to put a slip stitch into the next 9 stitches. So the next 9, 1, 2. So if you'd like to do that, pause the video. And so what we want to do now is chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've chained 12. What we want to do now is put a treble crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook, and then we want to put a treble crochet into the next 5 stitches along. So if you'd like to do that, pause the video and we'll move to the next. Work should be looking a little something like this. Now what we want to do is chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So once you've chained 10, we want to put a treble crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. Again, we don't count the stitch on the hook. And then we want to just treble crochet all the way back down this line, and this here will be our very last stitch, that one there. So if you'd like to pause the video and do that, and we'll move to the next part. So once you've finished that, what we need to do is join this together for the other side of our H. So to do that, we're just going to slip stitch here into the bottom of this stitch. So that joins our H up. So just make sure at this point your work's all facing the correct way. And what we want to do now, it's a little bit fiddly. So here, turn our work there. So we've now got the wrong face side, you know, so our hook's here. And we just want to slip stitch into the next 2 stitches back up our work. Okay, and turn your work back round. Again, make sure it's all facing the correct way. And then what we're going to do is put a treble crochet into each of the 4 stitches in the middle here. They'll probably be twisted like mine are, but you just put them into there. So one, 2, that was 3, and this is our 4th. Right, okay, so again, just twist your work, make sure it's facing the right way. It will have a bit of a twist there, but that doesn't matter. And then what we need to do just to finish our letter H is connect it here. So basically what we're doing is we want to connect it so it's going to be equal to the opposite side. So we're going to leave, there's 1 stitch there, 1 there and 1 there. So it's from the bottom here, 1, 2, 3. We're going to slip stitch into that 3rd stitch there. So 1, 2, 3. And then we can finally tie off our work. And there you have it. That's our letter H. So you just need to tie in the ends, and that's the letter H ready. So next we'll move on to the letter S. So lastly we're going to do our S. So to do that we want to make a slip knot, and then we want to chain 33 in total. So if you can go ahead and chain 33, pause the video and we'll move to the next step. So next we're going to put a treble crochet, and this time it's going to be in the second chain from the hook. There we go. And then in the next stitch we're going to do 2 treble crochets into the same stitch. So 1 and 2. And then what we're going to do is repeat that another 4 times. So in the next stitch we're going to put 1 treble crochet. In the next stitch we're going to put 2 treble crochets. In the next 1 treble crochet. Then 2 treble crochets. So if you go ahead and repeat that, we've got another another 2 lots to do. So 1 treble, 2 trebles, 1 treble, 2 trebles. So if you complete that, pause the video and we'll meet you back. So what we're going to do next is put 1 treble crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. So 1 in the next stitch and 1 into the next stitch. And then to complete the round, what we're going to do now is treble crochet 2 together all along until the end. So I'll do the first couple with you. So we yarn over, insert our hook to the next stitch, grab the yarn to pull up a loop. So we've got 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2, but stop there, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch along, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, so you've got 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2, you've got 3 remaining, yarn over and pull through all 3. So I'll show you again, yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, but stop there, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. So if you complete that all along until the end. So once you've got to the end, it's just a case of yarning over, pulling through, whoop, skimping off your work, whoop, get it the right way around. And there you have your S. You then just need to tie in your ends, and that's also ready to be stitched. So just a note on stitching your letter in. So you've now got all your love hearts, your N, your H and your S, and your bunting. So if you've got pins and you can pin your work into place, that might help you keep it straight. And then when you're stitching your work on, what I did was I just went through, grabbed hold of the front of the work, so I didn't go through, so my needle wasn't going fully through the work, if you will, and that meant that it was quite seamless on the back and didn't show through. So that's it, guys. That's the NHS banner. So I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Again, I think it could probably really spur some people on. There's a hell of a lot of NHS workers out there. hopefully they'll see your excellent work. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments box down below and I will get back to you. If you struggle on anything, I will help as much as I can. I'd love to see your work if you do complete this project, so I'll pop a link to my Facebook page and Instagram page in the description box below. They both get hooked with Sherrie. The Facebook, I've got a group and a page, so you're more than welcome to join the group as well. And that's it. So thank you very much, and I shall see you next time.